Previously on Sword Coast Adventures, the party was continuing to investigate the murders. They staked out the sewer entrances and exits, but didn't find anything. And later, they went to the Moonstone Mask and tried to find out if Zeraphim was there, but it seemed to be an exclusive club for rich folks, and they weren't really able to find much other than it's likely that he's there and that he's kind of doing his own thing. Um, you guys also went to research about um, what did you go to the library for in the first place?
We went there so we could talk. And
Yeah.
then when we were looking at the sign in, I made the note there. It's all
Yeah,
written
when you were
down.
signing in, you found out that someone from the ATC had been looking
Been
at
there doing.
the same research about um, Torale Village, Torale Temple. So you
Yeah,
guys started looking out for ATC and Zeraphim. I
yeah.
don't believe you actually tried to do any research on any of those things in the library, but your characters know that that's something that they can do.
Yeah. We've
Um, and then you also went to the Aglarond Trading Company not office, but shop in the Lake District, and that's where we left off. Ruckus snuck around and looked in the back. Didn't find anything too crazy, but they are selling some interesting new technology that you guys haven't seen before. And that's where we'll pick up today. So, did you have anything else you wanted to do in the shop?
Not me.
No, I don't think so.
All right. So you guys can say goodbye and head on out.
I just want to ask Dwight. Dwight, how often do you receive shipments?
Um, maybe once a month.
Um, and is Zeraphim often involved in escorting these shipments to the store here?
Um, not really.
Okay.
I was kind of surprised about that.
Oh, you weren't expecting him then.
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, we may be back again. You've got some really interesting stuff here.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure showing you our items. We would
It's
welcome you back.
a pleasure not serving us.
Uh,
Thank you.
He politely nods and kind of bows his head as you leave.
okay, what time of day is it?
It's
Okay.
early afternoon
Okay,
because we
early
had
afternoon.
lunch at the Moonstone and then came to the store here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you want to go to the alchemist shop, Harbeck?
At some point in time, doesn't have to be right now. Well, I would like. We're right by the auction house, so I would like to ask Harold what does he know about it, and does he know when the next auction is and the kinds of things they have?
Okay, so Harold tells you that um he's not super familiar with the auction house, but he knows it's not always open. They have um estate sales and things like that sometimes. And the thing it's famous for is when there's really high priced magic items that um one of a kind unique items, they will sell them for uh extremely high prices at the auction house.
Okay.
But it seems as you go by, it doesn't seem that there's anything going on there right now.
Okay.
One thing I was interested in checking out was the axe beak that they had at the stable.
Okay, then let's go there. That's close by.
Fine with me.
Okay. Let me pull that up. That is in the River District. Okay, you guys walking over there?
Let me look, see where it is.
Walk off for lunch.
It's a bit far.
Nah, I don't walk unless it's
Okay, then
close
we'll
by.
take the
That's too
carriage.
far away. I'm taking a carriage, and you guys are welcome to come with me.
Those
Okay,
little
then.
stubby dwarf legs take him forever to get there.
Okay, we'll take the carriage.
All right, so you
I'm
spend
not
a
a
copper.
commoner. You guys keep forgetting that.
You spend a copper and you get over to the Black Destrier stables. And you see people working and everyone seems pretty busy. Harbeck recognizes the Dragonborn who he met before. He sees him cleaning the hooves of a horse.
Okay, and I say hello. Do you remember me? I helped you with the getting the axe beak in, and my friends here would like to look at it. They've never seen an axe beak.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll bring you over to it. It's not been very happy. So he brings you over to the cage that you guys had put it in, and you can see there are feathers on the ground. It looks like it's been pulling its feathers out, and it's kind of breathing a little heavily, so it seems bothered. It's not doesn't seem very happy. So he said, "There it is, still in the cage. Not sure what I'm gonna do with it."
Hey, Icy, you're up.
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a hand. I'm gonna put a handful of bird seed, right near, on the top of the fence.
Well, you don't have birdseed, right?
Why not?
What have they been feeding it?
Um,
It's
they have,
Rogar, right?
yeah, Rogar is the Dragonborn. So
All right.
yeah, he as when Harvick comes in, he introduces himself to you guys too. So you know his name.
I would go over.
They've been feeding it green.
Okay. I'd like to take a handful of the grain they've been feeding it, go over and talk nice to it.
Okay, and I see. You're doing the same thing? Where did you say you wanted to put the food? I see.
So that it's close to us.
Didn't catch the front of that.
I want to put it on the railing so that he'll come closer to us.
So he's kind of like stuck in a pretty small cage now. And yeah, you can put some like at the front of the cage.
That's where we'll put it.
Okay, so it kind of scoots over towards the end of the cage with the grain and starts eating some of it.
Call you Al. Are you okay with that? Al? We're thinking of freeing you from this cage if you would be willing to help us.
Oh, she can talk to animals, that's right. Can't she? Can't you, Icy?
So, yeah, I can communicate.
Not by just talking though. I think
I
there is a spell for that, but I'm not even sure if you have that spell.
Ask of the Wild.
You don't have anything for talking to animals.
Okay.
What about the animal handling? What's that?
Just the normal interaction with animals.
Well, okay, mine says when there's any question whether you can calm down a domesticated animal, keep them out from getting spooked or into it an animal's intentions, the GM might call for a wisdom animal handling check. You may also make a wisdom animal handling check to control your mount when you attempt a risky maneuver.
Right, so that just gives you a basic idea of what animal handling checks are used for.
Right. So could she use that at this point to try to calm it down?
That is right, but she's not able to magically communicate with the animal by talking.
Right.
She can
Right.
talk nicely to it and do other things, but it does not understand the language.
Right.
So,
So I'm gonna say,
yeah.
I'm gonna say to Icy, see if you can't calm it down and get it to where it's not as wild and more accepting of us. I'm gonna suggest that she do that.
Okay.
Okay. Could I play that instrument I have? I forget what it was.
Oh, I have an instrument too.
Maybe if we serenade it, that might help.
We could try it.
Okay. So you both wanna do that?
Play a soft song.
Okay. So Ruckus knows how to play the flute, and Icy has a dulcimer. So you guys gonna pull out your instruments and do that?
Sure.
All right.
We're gonna play a
Let's
lullaby.
do. You guys do a performance check then.
Okay. I have a -1 for performance, so it would be an 8.
And Icy.
I got natural 20.
All right.
One.
Okay, Icy's song sounds great, but Ruckus is trying to accompany with his flute, and it's not very good at all.
We'll play something nice like Green Sleeves or something.
A lullaby.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, every time it sounds good, then Ruckus starts tooting on his flute like doot 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 doot.
I'll grab his flute from him. Give me that thing. You're ruining the poor animal. No wonder it's having such a bad time.
Okay, let's see. All right, the music doesn't seem to change the animal's disposition.
How if we try petting it?
Yeah, you could try that.
Okay, I want to try to soothe it with a.
Scratch its head.
As you like reach out, Rogar says, "I don't know if you should do that." The only one who it seemed friendly with was its owner, the half orc who sold it to me.
I speak orc,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm gonna try talking to it in orc,
Okay.
and I'm gonna speak orc and try to pet it.
Okay, what do you say in orc?
Good boy.
Okay, when you
Bird.
speak orc, it actually moves its head. It cocks its head sideways a little bit, which
Then
just seems a bit different.
Then I'll speak some more soothing orc, calling him a pretty boy.
Okay. Go ahead and do an animal handling check at this point.
Okay, I got a 13.
Your animal handling is +3.
That is with it.
Oh, so 10 + 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me check. Okay, it it seems it lets you touch it, but you see it's still breathing kind of um heavily and doesn't look very doesn't really look soothed yet, but it seems like it's okay with you touching it.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely keep talking orc in nice tones.
You notice that it did eat a little of the grain, but it doesn't seem very excited about it.
Can we try something from our provisions?
Anything you think? You don't
I was
have
gonna.
much exciting stuff in there. It's mostly dried. What is it? Dried, like flatbreads and you have cheese from the other
I
guy.
just. I just
And some
gonna
dried meat and stuff.
I was gonna offer him little bits of all that stuff. See if there's anything he likes.
Okay. It seems like it likes the dried meat a little bit.
Okay. Why don't we see if we can find something like I asked Rogar. It says, "Is there a butcher around here anywhere?"
He says, "Yeah, there's one nearby."
Um, I would like to go get him something like a nice cut of meat and see
Okay.
if that he wants something like that.
Okay. Cool.
If
So
you like the dried meat, then maybe we'll try him with some a nice steak or something.
okay. So you go off to the butcher shop, which is not too far away, and we'll say it costs. Let's see, how much is a meal usually? Okay, we'll say it's you get a nice piece of meat for 1 silver.
Okay.
Okay, and you want to bring it back and feed it to him.
I'm gonna offer it to him. Yeah.
Okay, let's have you do another animal handling check.
Okay. I just removed the Okay. 12 plus 3.
15.
15. Yeah.
Okay, you got a much better response this time. It's starts chowing down on the meat. Seems to really like it, and it kind of moves its body into a more comfortable position, and it's looking at you in the eye, and it
Can I
lets
do a
you
history?
pet it.
Can I do a history check on what I know about Axbeaks?
I think you did already. Um, but yeah, you guys in general, you guys don't know too much about them. That just that they're known for being mounts of that orcs usually ride, and yeah, it seems that they're omnivores.
Okay. And this one likes meat.
Yep. So yeah, it's warm enough to you. It actually seems to be pretty calmed down after a while. About 10 minutes of you feeding it and petting it and speaking orc. It seems to respond well to orc, especially.
I just heard it squawk.
Yeah. And Rogar like kind of walked away and came back after a while and sees you like have totally changed its demeanor, and he says, "Whoa, you seem to have a way with animals there."
Well, I felt sorry for this one.
Mm,
What? How,
it's noisy.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with this axe beak?
Well, originally I was hoping I could sell it for the same price as we do with a warhorse. Should be 400 gold. But yeah, I'd be willing to sell it for 200. You guys help me out. So maybe I could go a little lower. What are you thinking?
Are you willing to stable it for a few days?
Yeah. We do have fees for stabling, but yeah, I can give you a deal on stuff.
Well, how about we give you, and I might want to use my persuasion one here. How
Yeah.
about we'll do it for 200 gold, but for a week, you'll do the stabling for us.
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
13 plus 6, 19.
Wow. He says that sounds like a good deal. And you know what? I'll throw in a custom saddle for half price too.
What's the custom saddle?
So we can ride the thing.
No, I mean, how much is it?
Let's see.
That's one loud.
That bird really
Actually-
wants to get out of the cage.
Yeah. Let me go soothe it.
Yeah, go.
I'll be right
Go do an
back.
animal handling check.
Come here.
Custom saddle for uncommon animals. Saddle type price plus 2 gold. Okay, so it's the uncommon saddles are just 2 gold more than a regular one. So they have pack saddles for 5 gold, riding saddles for 10 gold, military for 20 gold, and exotic.
So-
I think exotics for flying animals and stuff like that.
Do they have armor for axe beaks?
No, but they could probably make you something, but they don't have anything right now.
What's AC on an axe beak?
I am not sure. I have to check.
I think the axe beak is all happy.
Hey, pretty bird.
So this,
She
The
wasn't
half
happy about the dog.
how much is the half price on the saddle? Is it 2
It
gold or is
depends
it half
on
price?
what
Make
the. It
Half
depends
price would
on
be 1
which
gold.
saddle you want. No, 2 gold is the extra price for it being a uncommon creature saddle.
Okay, so it's an extra gold plus. So how much do you want for the saddle?
I just told you the prices. Which kind of saddle do you want?
What's the
Right.
advantage of them?
Or a pack saddle. What kind of saddle do we want?
What's the advantage of the different kinds of saddles?
Well, riding saddles can allow you to travel with the thing.
Okay, then you'd want a riding saddle then, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know if we need to look it up, but I think the military saddle will probably give you advantage on staying up on not getting dismounted
Okay.
during combat.
All right. So how much are you going to charge for a military saddle?
That's 20
Half
gold
price
plus
for
2,
military
so
saddle.
that's 22 normally, so it'd be
Be 11?
11.
Okay. Okay, so that would be a total of 211 gold then?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take this one on the credit card then. So we'll take it out of the bank. Yeah, I'm assuming you'll take credit cards?
I guess, yeah, horses are quite expensive, so it makes sense that he might have that. Sure, I'll say he can use your card.
Okay, so I will give him the card and I'll tell Rose now stop complaining about the fact that we have stuff in the bank. keep your mouth shut about that. This is way better than having to carry gold around where it might be stolen and stuff.
All right. So Rogar says, "All right. So can you help us take it to another stable then, since you're buying it? We'll take him off to one of the like rooms that's kind of off by itself."
I'm going to say, Rokas, this is a good time for you to try to learn how to ride the thing anyway. So why don't you take him to someplace where Rokas can actually work on riding him?
All right, we can do that.
And saddling him.
Yeah.
And Icy can help too, because she's good with animals.
Okay. So, how about Rokus and I see you kind of introduce each other to the axe beak. So I see. How about you roll an animal handling check to see if it likes you?
I rolled a 16. Do I add anything to that?
Animal handling.
Where is that?
It's one of the
The
first
top
ones.
of your thing.
Top of your list.
Yeah.
Acrobatics first, animal handling second one.
+4.
Yeah.
So that's a total of 20.
Yeah, quite good. So,
Yeah.
now that
like
it's out of the little cage and Rokus has made friends with it, it's quite friendly with you too. You're able to get the saddle on it together, and Rokus, you want to try riding it?
Sure.
Okay, cool. So you guys have made it pretty happy, and you're able to get up on it and trot around the yard. Anything you want to try to do? Seems
You're the riding expert.
happy to just walk around with you on its back.
Yeah, that's, for now that would be enough. I don't want to stress him out.
All right, he's happy.
Cool. So then I'll get off and compliment him and tell him what a good boy he was. Take off his bridle or whatever.
Yeah, there's
controlling mechanism.
Yeah, you have something like a bridle. Yeah.
Yeah. And
a birdle.
A birdle.
Yeah.
And give him another treat.
All right.
And tell him we're gonna be okay. We'll be back in Orc. Assure him that he's a good boy and we'll take good care of him.
Okay, so he's happily in his little stable down by himself now. He seems to be behaving himself.
All right.
But as you know, birds need a lot of attention. So Rogar says you might want to come back once a day or so.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. He doesn't seem to like us that much.
And you can practice your riding. You can practice your riding that way too.
Yep.
Rogar says, "What was that word that you said to him?"
Good boy in Orc.
Okay, let's see how good he is at copying you. He doesn't understand the language. Okay, I rolled a 13 for him, so he's pretty good at copying what you said. So okay. I'll try to say that when I'm dealing with him.
Yeah. And I work with him to improve his pronunciation.
All right, cool. All right, so you guys have purchased a mount. So yeah, just make sure you guys take that out of your bank account.
Okay, I've got it marked.
Okay, so you guys head out of the Black Duster stables with a mission accomplished there. And Rokus had suggested Harbeck wanted to go to the Alchemist Cauldron, which is an alchemist shop down near the river, in the river district.
Okay.
You guys want to head there next?
Yeah, that's close enough for a walk.
Okay. Okay, so you walk over there, and there's a sign outside that is written in a few different languages. Um, it says the Alchemist's Cauldron, and as you head inside, you see a female tiefling. I don't think you have met a tiefling yet.
Eastling?
Tiefling.
I will. I have drawn a portrait of her, so I'll put it up so you can know what a tiefling looks like.
Ow. Axby bit me.
Naughty, naughty.
What do we know about Eastlings? Do I have to do a history check or something?
Um, sure. You guys can roll a history check to see if you know anything about tieflings. They're an uncommon race, sort of like the Dragonborn, but not super rare, like the Kenku or
Okay.
something.
Do I use
20.
any
Yeah.
kind of a modifier?
You
Yeah,
have a
history
history
check.
thing.
Okay, history. That's right.
20 plus 3, so I have 23.
Ha, 19 plus 4, 23.
I don't know crap about them.
All right.
I got 4.
Yeah, Rokus is a bit surprised. I think Rokus has probably seen tieflings around, but he hasn't doesn't know
Been paying
anything about
attention.
them particularly. But they stand
Yeah.
out because they're of their very devilish look. Icy and Harbeck know that they are similar to the Dragonborn. They have they're humanoids with ancestry from like the Dragonborn have ancestry from dragons, and tieflings are from demons and devils. But they are mortal. Um, they're not. They're actually not like half human or something. They're just a different kind of a species born from the demons and devils, but they're not inherently evil. They're just like orcs and other races. They're sentient and have their own um, free will. But a lot of tieflings are known for worshipping demons and devils, and those are those would end up being evil, obviously.
And
Okay,
what's
so
your
as
name?
you come in, she says, "Hello, how may I help you?"
Um, yes, I have some very fine high grade sulfur and a number of potassium nitrate crystals that we got from a cave. And as you can see, you should be able to make a lot of your, was it smoke something?
Smoke powder.
Yeah, you should be able to make a lot of smoke powder out of it. I will trade all of it for just a pound of smoke powder. You'd be able to get a lot more out of it. And again, I might be able to use my persuasion, I'm hoping.
Okay. Um, so she says, okay, interesting. Um, so in Neverwinter, smoke powder is not illegal or banned, but in Waterdeep it is.
Okay.
But yeah, here it's fine. I can make some smoke powder for you.
Where is it illegal?
What's that?
Where is it illegal?
Oh, it's
Never
illegal
deep.
in Waterdeep. Maybe
Water
some
deep.
other cities too.
Okay.
Um, she says
Is it legal? Is it illegal to possess it or use it?
to possess it.
Okay.
Some law enforcement in Waterdeep would be allowed to use it. but that's all. Let's see. So she says, from the amount you've given me here, I could make you 2 grenades. She says, I know how I could do it. So I could either make a flashbang grenade or one that would explode and make shrapnel and stuff. Fire damage, actually. So basically, what it would do is she can make a grenade that does thunder and fire damage. So thunder is like kind of concussive force, basically.
Okay. So the
And
concussive one.
How
Okay, so
powerful is it?
what's that?
I was curious to know how powerful it was.
Okay, so she explains what it can do. I'll read you the description for the items. Before I do that, Harvey, did you have some other question?
well, it pertains to that. I'll just say, with the thunder one, if we put it next to a door, it would be able to blow the door in if it's just a, typical door. So if we came to a locked door, we'd be able to blow it open with it.
Okay, so you would expect probably that would work, yeah. So
Okay.
I'll read the description. So for the smoke powder grenade, which does damage, as an action, you can throw this grenade up to 30 feet, exploding it on impact, dealing damage to each creature or object within 20 feet of it. Make a ranged attack against a creature or object, treating the grenade as an improvised weapon. On a hit, the target takes 1d6 fire damage and 1d6 thunder damage. So this is something I made up. The thunder damage is supposed to represent the force of the blast. Because something that is immune to fire damage, it might not take that damage or something, but it would still take the impact.
Makes sense.
And then if you're successful on a DC 12 dexterity saving throw, you can halve the damage. So it's like dodging out of the way.
Right.
Also, as a note in the description, I added from the official smoke powder in one of the books. It says, smoke powder is a magical explosive. It is stored in airtight wooden kegs or tiny waterproof leather packets. If smoke powder is set on fire, dropped, or otherwise handled roughly, it explodes and deals damage to each creature or object within 20 feet of it. 1d6 fire, 1d6 thunder. For a packet or grenade, 5d6 fire and 5d6 thunder for a keg. A successful DC 12 dexterity check halves the damage.
Okay, now again, if I wanted to blow out a door.
Yeah, so the doors have hit points. So if it would depend on the door's hit points.
Okay, doors have hit points. That's typically what would a door have, like just a regular door?
I think it's pretty low, like 4 or 5.
Okay. That's what I was interested in. All right, so yes, I would. But how about, you said you could make grenades out of what I gave you?
Yeah. She says the other kind she can do is a flashbang, which doesn't do damage, but it can deafen and blind a creature. When they're deafened or blind, then you would have advantage on attacks against them, and they wouldn't be able to see you escape or something like that.
Okay, so I could have one of each then?
You could have one of each.
Now remember, it's got
but she has to charge you for the creation of it also.
Right. So maybe like half the price, since you're getting all the extra crystals and stuff. You don't have to do it yourself.
So she says with crafting, she usually does common items for 40 gold and uncommon for 200 gold. So the grenades would be uncommon. So that would normally be 200 gold with someone providing the components.
Maybe 100 gold or
If you
200
want
gold
to,
for both of them.
if you want to haggle with her a bit, you can try.
Okay, I'll give you 200 gold for both of them since you have all the equipment there, or the crystals and sulfur, so it's not all that. And you can keep whatever the extra crystals and sulfur are from the two as well. Any leftovers you can keep.
She says, "Well, you did give me a lot, so there probably will be some leftovers." Um, she says, "But yeah, normally they go. The grenades would go for 250 if I made them with myself. So she's gonna try to haggle back. So, what are you trying to haggle down to?
200.
200
200
for the
for
pair.
both.
Yeah.
All right. So she's saying 300 for both. Okay.
How about 250?
Well, we'll do the roll and see how that goes.
Okay, so I roll persuasion now.
Yeah.
Okay, 13 plus 6, 19.
Okay, you persuaded her down to 200.
Okay, and I'll use the credit card again.
Yes, she can take credit cards. But as she takes the card, you can see it doesn't seem like she uses it too much. She's like, "Oh, I have to go
Figure out how.
remember how to do this." So she does a little process and she hands you her card back, your card back. She says, "Okay. Oh, anything else you're interested in? We sell lots of different concoctions and such."
Do you have healing potions?
We do.
How much are they?
So a potion of healing is 52 gold. Potion of greater healing, 252. And yeah, that's all I got for healing potions.
Okay, there's 52, and what was the other one?
52 and 252.
250. Okay.
All right. And for Harvey, I will add the grenades to your equipment, okay? Then you'll have to refresh
Okay.
your sheet.
Okay.
So I'm about to do it. I have not done it yet.
2 grenades.
Yeah. So the first one's listed as smoke powder grenade damage, and the other is smoke powder grenade flashbang. So I've added them.
Yeah,
So
that's
let
good.
me tell you how much healing those different potions do.
Do we need? We pick up another potion of healing.
Okay, a normal potion of healing does 2d4 plus 2 hit points, and a greater one does 4d4 plus 4.
Okay, well, I have one potion of healing right now.
Okay.
I show me having 2. How about you, Icy? You had some before, right?
Under equipment, right?
Yep.
Potions of healing, I have 2.
Okay. Did you want to pick up one, Harbeck?
No, because I've got that shield, not the shield, but if I touch somebody, I can also heal them that way.
Lay on
Okay.
hands.
Yeah.
But sometimes you used up all your laying hands.
Yeah.
So the alchemist Makaria, she says, yeah, well, you guys are adventurers. I am taking it.
Yep.
I don't
You
think
never
that's
know
too
when
bad.
you're gonna need some extra healing. You might
Yeah.
wanna Do you guys have a greater potion of healing?
Then the regular healing of potion, the one that's $52. How do you do that? Is it
It's an
2d4?
action.
No. Is it a 2d4? Does it give you back 2d4 plus 2 hit points?
Yeah.
What
I
is
think
the
that was what I
what?
said.
That was the regular one. That wasn't the greater one, wasn't it?
I'll read
Can
it
I
to you
get the
again.
answer, please? Thank you.
What?
I just want the answer to my question.
She's saying, please be quiet while Ian looks it up for me. The answer is it's 2d4 plus 2 on normal potion of healing. 2d4 plus 2. And the greater potion of healing is 4d4 plus 4. And those are the only two that she has to sell.
She's selling them for $52 is good, because if we are out in the field, it would regularly cost us $100. So this would be a good place to buy it if we're going to buy it.
Cool.
Okay, you're going to get one. Well, how about this? We'll get one greater potion of healing. Give that to Icy because she does more heal. A lot of times she's, we've got better armor and fighting equipment, so a lot of times she's done way more healing than we have. So give her the greater one if we buy it.
Yeah, and
Okay.
keep in mind with the potions, like, it takes an action to drink it, but you can also pass them between each other, and you don't need to worry about having spell slots. You might use up your spells. You might want to use your spells for attacking or other things instead of healing. So, you guys do have some healing potions, but yeah, they're useful in different ways than spells, I would say. So
Yeah.
Makaria basically, as you guys are thinking about it, she's talking about different ways you can use healing potions, trying to sell it to you.
Okay, well, let me hear what she says.
Can I?
Just what I just
I
said.
Okay.
And I'm very good at math, so can I suggest instead of the greater one, it gives us 4d4.
44 plus 4.
4d4 plus 4, but it costs over $200, whereas the regular potion only costs 52 gold pieces, and we get 2d2. So
Plus 2.
2d4.
plus 2. So if we spent $100 on 2 of the regular potions, we still get the equivalent to the $200 potion. Do you understand my mathematics?
Yes.
There is one thing to keep in mind with that, though, is that when you're in combat, that would
Only do
take
one
you
at a
2
time.
rounds to drink 2 of them. And
I'm just
1 round to drink a greater and get a lot more healing. Like, yeah, so mathematically, if you're out of combat and you can just drink as many as you want, then what you said makes sense. But if you're in combat and you're trying to heal up as much as you can in one single round, that might be when you want the greater.
Probably a good thing to have as a backup.
Okay. McCary, we're interested in buying a regular potion and then the advanced potion. Can you give us a deal on the event? Because we're buying 2, can you give us a deal? Instead of it costing us 304 gold pieces, could we possibly get it for 275?
So normally it'd be 300 for.
Or yeah.
Okay, so she says, how about just 300? You want to persuade her? You can do a persuasion check. She got a 16.
10.
All right, so
Total
she
of 10.
she says 300. She's not doesn't want to go down to 275.
How about hardback?
Okay, how about 285?
You have to roll persuasion.
Yeah, roll it. Go ahead and roll a persuasion too.
16 plus 6, 22.
She says, Okay. Guys sure are cheapskates over here.
We're
Buying
on a
my
budget. We're on a budget.
hard
That's
hard
right.
work.
And we've been down in your sewers fighting monsters to keep you safe.
That's right. Yes,
If you say so.
yes.
I don't hang out in the sewers very much, so.
Well,
Yeah,
we
but
don't like
they,
to.
they come out of the sewer and eat you if we don't keep them going.
Yeah,
Sounds like
what were
something
those?
my mom used to tell me when I was a kid.
I've
Yeah,
seen babies snatched out of the sewer from those guys. I'm not
yeah.
lying. I'm a paladin. I don't lie. I've seen one actually put his tentacles out and grab a kid.
Okay, so after you told her that, she seems to take you guys seriously. So okay, okay. But I mean, did you get a reward for that? You should have, right?
We got paid, but it wasn't much fun.
Yeah, we didn't do it for the reward.
Okay, well, thank you for your service to my city, but
Right.
I still have to
That was
make some
only.
money. But sure, fine, 285.
Yeah, just don't call us cheapskates because we need this to help.
All right, guys,
280, 285, right?
that's fine. Yeah. So who
Okay.
wants to? I'll add it to you guys' sheets if you want. So
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
taking what?
Put it on a credit card.
Okay, she does your card again.
Keep track of the credit card.
We spent a total of 485 there.
Yeah, make
Yes.
sure Harvey you keep track of that there.
Yeah, the bank. The
Who's
bank
taking the
bank is
greater?
being kept.
Sorry, who's taking the greater potion?
I was thinking icy, but if people
You
have
know what?
other ideas.
We have a potion. Do either one of you not have a potion?
I have one potion.
I have 2 regulars.
I have one regular.
I have a potion of healing. I have healing word.
All of you have healing potions and healing spells, so I think you're pretty even that way. So it's just up to you guys who you think you want to have it.
Well, I'm in the background, so I'm usually fairly safe. You two are usually up front, so I'd rather want to have the advance because you're probably going to get hurt worse than I will, and I can take the regular one. How does that sound?
Okay, and I'm usually at a distance when I can be. So give the big one to Harbeck.
Okay. Harvick has the most hit points to restock also. So it can kind of make the most of it.
Okay.
Well, you've already added it. Good man.
You know, I'm looking at my hit points on there. It says current 41, maximum 49.
Yeah, looks like you didn't do your long rest.
Yeah, you need to do.
I hit a
put
long
in-
rest.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hit long rest, then I hit take reset maximum hit point changes, and then I hit take long rest, right?
Yeah.
Confirm. So I hit it again for confirm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, tell me when you've finished that.
Yeah. Yeah. And it says I got 49 now.
Okay, I'm reloading your page and gonna add your potion. So do you want to give him both of them then? So he has two regulars and one greater.
Sure.
Then you're all even pretty much. Alright, potion of healing. So he has 2 now. Manage equipment. Potion of healing greater. Add. Okay. So Harbeck, if you refresh your sheet again, you should have that.
Okay, let me go do that.
Okay, in the meantime, Macaria is since you're spending money, She's showing you guys some other stuff in her shop.
Yeah, what cool stuff you got.
She says, I have a couple different kinds of blade oil I've created. This is my own formula, something I came up with on my own. I have blade oil of radiance, blade oil of frost, blade oil of poison.
And could Rokas put that on his arrowheads?
Yeah, they can go on arrowheads too. Also have a potion of climbing. I have antitoxin. I have various potions of different kinds of resistance. And I have a potion of water breathing. I have alchemist fire as well.
On the blade oil of poison,
Yeah.
how does it deal damage?
Okay, hold on. Okay, so it says for blade oil of poison, it says this translucent purple oil can be created by someone proficient with alchemist supplies. Producing a vial of the blade oil takes 1 hour with the alchemist supplies. Usually it's 200 GP worth of poisonous herbs which are expended. A creature subjected to this poison must succeed on a DC 11 Constitution saving throw, taking 3d6 poison damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Injury poison can be applied to weapons, ammunition, trap components, or other objects that deal piercing or slashing damage, and remains potent until delivered through a wound or washed off. A creature that takes piercing or slashing damage from an object coated with poison is exposed to its effects. So if you put it on your arrows, it'll just stay there forever until you use it.
And
they
how
have
many
to do
arrows?
a Constitution save.
How many arrows could you coat with that?
I'm not sure if it says it here.
Well, a quiver holds 20.
Yeah, let me see something else. So it doesn't specify on the amount, I guess, for the poisons. So I'll say it could do like one sword blade is covered with it, like maybe 20 arrowheads. Does that sound reasonable to you?
Quiver
So,
full?
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds what I was thinking.
But the thing with that is that's kind of I feel like that's yeah, okay. Now that I think about it, so from a gameplay point of view,
Better be 10.
it doesn't make sense to do that because you're getting an attack with this thing on it, right? If it's on your sword, you just get one attack. And so if you put it on an arrow, it would get one attack, right? So even though obviously the blade and the arrowhead are different sizes, from the gameplay point of view, it doesn't make sense to spread it out for 20 arrowheads. That's like you're getting 20 times more value out of this item. So it would just be one attack worth of poison, basically.
Oh, not even 5.
No, just one. Because gameplay wise, it would be overpowered to do that.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping.
Yeah, well, luckily I thought about it. No, you can't roll persuasion on the DM. So blade oils work for one attack.
Can we intimidate the DM?
No.
No,
But the DM can intimidate you though. Suddenly, Rokas feels a itchy feeling in his crotch. I see. Yeah.
Harbeck's main weapon. Doesn't he usually use a sword?
That's right.
So maybe if we gave that to him, because if he's using a sword, he's in closer combat, whereas Rokas is usually shooting an arrow from a distance, so he's has some safety there. So if we were gonna buy this oil, I think we should buy it for Harbeck's blade.
Well, the thing is, though, that you use an action to apply it, right?
Yeah, if you applied it ahead of time, that could be okay too. But yeah, it'll stay on as long as after you've applied it. You don't have to worry about it disappearing.
Now, if you use it once, if you hit something with it once, does that use up the poison?
Right. Yeah, it's just the one attack thing. That's why I didn't want to put it on. Let you put it on a bunch of arrowheads.
Right.
So it's cost 202 gold for that. So it's
202.
Yeah, it's a bit expensive, but the kind of the purpose of these is so there's one for frost, one for poison, and one for radiant damage. So if you're going up against something that you think is weak to frost, poison, or radiance, you might add this ahead of the battle.
But you definitely wouldn't put it on until you were getting ready to fight something.
Frost is cold damage.
Okay.
So like if you're like, we're gonna go fight a fire elemental, or something specific that you already know is good. So radiance is radiant damage, which works on like
undead.
Some undead.
Definitely wouldn't.
Also, it's like Harbeck can just do radiant damage because he's a paladin, but
yeah,
Ruckus and Icy could have add some radiant damage to an attack that they normally wouldn't be able to do.
Macaria, I was wondering if you could give us a catalog of what you have for sale and the prices, so we can discuss this and maybe come back later.
Okay. She says, all right, I'll give you a list of some of our things.
Good idea.
And can you put that in Discord for us?
Yeah.
Thank you. Today, this morning, we've already spent $696, 96 gold pieces.
Yeah.
And I think, and our finances are pretty good, aren't they, Harbeck?
Yeah.
Yeah. But there were some other things that you wanted to purchase as well.
Well, I don't think there's anything that we need to get right at the moment.
Not here, yeah.
No, okay.
We want to. I want to see some of the other places that are selling stuff before we.
Okay, well, but at least we've got a catalog now, so we can.
Yes, that's good. We should probably get a catalog from a couple other places too.
We can peruse it and make plans from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't there forget where we saw the sneaky boots?
I believe that's at the Magnus place, I think.
I think it's at Arcane Alley.
Okay.
Yeah. Quite.
Yeah, it's Arcane Alley.
Silent boots, 500 gold they were.
And then where was the magic quiver?
That was Magnus's, I think.
No, it was also Arcane Alley.
Oh. Okay.
Do we want to take a carriage over to the Arcane Alley? And
there's the stuff from Arcane Alley. You guys were gonna head out of the Alchemist Cauldron?
Yeah.
Okay, so Macarius bids you farewell. Says, nice doing business with you guys. I'll look forward to your return. So you guys head out of the shop, and where you want to go next? Pookie Jones rubs up on Harbeck's leg and goes, "Murr."
mental telepathy. What do you want?
He says, "Where are we going next?"
Nah. I would like to get the full text of that Ballad of Zeraphim. Is one thing I would like to do.
Zeraphim sounds like a cold remedy.
Yeah, it does.
If you go to the and purchase the boots and the special quiver, and Rokus goes to the Scar and talks to Birchbow, and I can go to the Bard's Tale and ask them for uh, the ballad. If I could get a copy of the ballad that they sing.
Okay, say say that again.
If you went to, I forget the name of that store, Arcane Alley.
Arcane Alley, yeah.
Well, I went. Okay, so you think I should get the boots?
Boots and the special quiver. I can go to the Bard's Tale and talk to the singer and ask for a copy of the ballad.
Okay.
And Rokus can go to the Scar and talk to Birchbow about the he's the one who wants us to look into the temple.
Yes.
And while he's over there, he can maybe go see Coop and talk to the kids.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea to me.
And then we'll meet back up at the Bard's Tale for, say, a supper meal around 7 in the evening.
And then we can do. Then Ian and then Rokus can try to entice the person to make him the mark.
Well, one of you is doing something around 10 o'clock. I can go make my phone call.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, you guys like that idea?
Sure.
All right, we'll do Icy's thing first, so she can be free
good
later.
idea.
All right, so Icy, you're gonna head to the Bard's Tale.
We'll all get in the cart and go over to the Bard's Tale because it's right, and then the fellas can go in their different directions.
Okay.
That sounds like a good idea.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, so you go over there to the Bard's Tale. Let me pull that up. That is in the Protector's Enclave. Okay. So you get over there and you see David Nightbreeze Brooks is in the Bard's Tale. As you come in, Sheila the barmaid welcomes you back again. And you can see David is chatting with the grumpy looking bartender who is a male dwarf. There, he's over at the bar.
Okay. David is the singer?
Yeah.
Okay. So, hi Sheila, how are things going for you?
It's just, everything's been fine. Everyone's been talking about the battle with Zeraphim.
Quite something.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to David and learn more about the ballad about Zeraphim.
Okay, he's right over here. So she leads you over, and David nods at you and says, "Oh, my lady, you've returned." And he tries to take your hand to give it a kiss. Do you let him?
Doesn't hurt to flirt.
So he does. He kisses your hand. He says, "Oh, my lady, it's wonderful to see you again."
Good to see you, David. I'm very interested in learning. Would you by any chance have a copy of the Ballad of Zeraphim? I'd like to read it.
he said, "Ah, ha, ha. Well, the bards. Um, we specialize in the spoken stories. We don't really write our things down. But I'm sure if you go to the House of Knowledge, you can probably find some kind of boring textbook that describes the events. But for us bards, we like to embellish our stories and tell them our own way. So everyone has their own way of singing a ballad. I can tell you about what I've heard in my songs.
Do you want to sit down at a table and we'll have a beer and you can tell me about it?
He says, "Sure, or do you want to sit here at the bar with me?" You can tell
And
everybody.
I'm I'm going to be sitting at the. I'm going to stay and visit with David here. If you fellas want to do your thing, and I think I'll buy David his first drink
Oh,
and my drink.
okay. He says, "Thank you."
Which
Let's
is
see.
2 beer. Which is 2 beer, Ian?
What was that?
How much is it for a drink?
An ale is 5 copper.
Okay, so let's make it 12 copper and a 2 copper tip to one to the bartender and one to Sheila.
Okay, sure. Okay, take that off of your money then.
What's up?
Can say it's so you guys can say you have other business. You're not going to stay and drink.
I didn't think. I thought we'd already headed off on our separate stuff.
Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, at this point, Icy's in the bar, and Harvick and Rokus are headed in their directions. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
highlights or about the ballad.
Yeah, so he says when Zeraphim was a young man, he joined the Aglarond Trading Company's security force, and he quickly became their highest ranking officer, soldier basically. In 1450, he led an invasion force into the land of Thay to destroy the Red Wizard's castle. And
Red dwarves or red elves?
Red Wizards.
Red wizards.
The Red Wizards of Thay, who are the kind of the sworn enemies of the Church of Tyr.
Okay.
They were necromancers.
Okay.
And then after the war with Thay, he became a world famous duelist. And according to this guy, he says he has now won 74 duels. That's including the one he just won. But he says...
Yeah. Or is he just a power of neutral?
Say that again?
Is he on the side of good or...
So from the story, the way the story is told in the ballad, he sounds like a good guy. He defended the kingdom of Aglarond against the evil necromancers of Thay. And then he challenged people to duels in a honorable way. He never cheated or did anything like that. So, as he tells the story, it sounds very heroic.
And does he work for ATC or
Yeah,
just
that's
some
right.
of the
So the ATC was actually leading the war against the Red Wizards. Because the Aglarond Trading Company had most of their business was set up in the kingdom of Aglarond, which borders with Thay. So they were trying to keep the influence of Thay out of Aglarond.
Okay, is Aglaron an elven?
It's a kingdom mostly of half elves, actually.
Mostly half elves, but he's not a half elf. He's a full elf.
Zeraphim claims to be an Eladrin,
The
which
type
is
of elf.
the could say the proto elf,
Okay.
the original kind of elf, which all the elves on the planet are descended from.
Okay, but but he's full blood there. He's not half. He's
Yeah.
full. Okay.
So in the ballad it mentions that that he's an Eladrin elf.
Okay. Are there any other Eladrin elves around in the world today, or is he the last one?
Not that anyone knows of.
Okay.
So currently his claim to being the last Eladrin elf seems to be undisputed.
Do you know anything about the ACT?
He just says they sell really good spices and things from the east. They're expensive, but there's nothing. They don't have anything like that over here in the west, and any kind of amazing food that you eat up in the Lake District is gonna have spices and things from the ATC. Rokus, you're not actually there, I guess, so.
That's why I stopped.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's if you want to clarify something I said, that's fine. But yeah, can't really ask new questions.
Okay.
So I see anything else you want to ask him there?
There was too much information. I'll have to think about it, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But thank you for all that information. That was great. Cheers.
He says, yeah, if you want a written copy of this kind of stuff, I would suggest you should go to the House of Knowledge and find some history books and things.
Thank you very much. I'll take that, and I'll go there after I have my beer.
Okay. So do you want to just go and do that now? I see.
Sure. But
Okay.
yeah.
So
Thank you so much.
So you say goodbye and head over to the House of Knowledge, and you meet the head. You meet the librarian that you had met before. They asked you to sign in again, and they asked you what kind of research you wanted to do.
I'm interested in the history of the Ballad of the Zeraphim.
Okay. So he says, "Oh, Zeraphim. Yes, he's in town, I've heard."
He is.
And he says, "Okay, we have some information about him and the ATC." So the librarian brings you over to a section and pulls out some books for you. Roll a investigation check.
18 plus 0, I got 18.
18. Okay.
Yeah.
So you find this information in some books. Born in 1423, Zeraphim was the child of two Eladrin elves from Aglarond, who were attacked by a spy from the Red Wizards. They fled to take refuge at the Aglarond Trading Company's headquarters in Waterdeep. Doesn't say that there, but it's in Waterdeep. With their newborn child. The company attempted to heal them, but their wounds were too severe and they died soon after, their bodies dissipating and returning to the Feywild. So no corpses left after they died. Zeraphim, child was taken. I think I wrote that wrong there. As a child, he was taken into the custody of the company and educated there. At 18 years of age in 1441, Zeraphim joined the company's security force. After training, he quickly rose up the ranks to be their highest position. In 1450, Zeraphim led an invasion force into Thay to destroy the Red Wizard's castle. By 1485, Zeraphim was also a world-famous duelist, having won 73 contests to the death.
Okay. So I'm gonna take notes so that I can share it with Rokus and Harbeck at supper time.
Okay, so you are able to copy down this information. And you wanted to look up ATC also?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll another investigation.
20.
20?
That's 3 of them. Yeah, another natural 20.
Wow.
I know.
Okay, hold
Too bad
on.
we couldn't get those in combat.
Well, it's good to get them out of combat too sometimes. Nat 20 doesn't matter as much, but yeah, high rolls are good. Here's some information about the Aglarond Trading Company. The company was founded in 1378 DR in Waterdeep with the goal of trading with the eastern country of Aglarond. By 1385, the company was well established in Aglarond's capital city, Veltalar. The company's security force has been credited with defeating the Red Wizards of Thay and keeping their influence out of Aglarond. The war hero Zeraphim, a soldier in the security force, became famous during the conflict with Thay. In addition, you find a list of some of the important employees, heads of different parts of the Aglarond Trading Company. So you find these. This is in a recent kind of a sort of a like a magazine of recent information. It says the president is Octavian Marcellus, Open Lord of Waterdeep and Chancellor of the Kingdom of Aglarond. The vice president is his son, Felix Marcellus. Head of the security force is Christopher Obsidian, a male dwarf. Head of weapons research and development, Anyana Chandran, female half-elf. Head of urban research and development, Rickard Black, male human. Head of merchandise research and development, Cody Thorne, male human. and head of arcane research and development, Xanaphia Donadel, female sun elf.
Wasn't Lord Neverember? Wasn't he originally in Waterdeep and then was overtaken by this fella, the top fella?
Sort of. He was, Octavian took over.
Waterdeep from
Not directly from Neverember. Neverember was chased out, and then someone else took over, and then that person died, and then Octavian took over.
Was Neverember chased out, or did he choose to come to Neverember?
He
Never,
was, yeah,
Neverwinter.
he was chased out basically. Yeah.
So they're probably not really friends.
Right. You've already heard that
Yeah.
before.
Right, okay. I was
They're-
trying to, just looking in my notes, and yeah, I have him as a possible enemy. I was making sure I was talking about the same person.
Yeah, that's right.
Very interesting stuff here.
Yeah.
And they work for ACT?
Yeah, all those people there are the heads of different departments.
In the ACT.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for the
ATC,
clarification.
Hmm. So the
Okay.
ACT.
ATC.
Never mind.
Trading
ATC.
Company, TC.
Mhm.
Okay, this is very interesting. I think Rokas and Harvick will be interested in all of this information.
Okay, and I guess that's a good time to cut over to Rokus.
Okay, so I'm going into the Scar looking for somebody quiver, birch quiver or something.
It was Birch Bow.
Birch bow. There we go. I'm looking to see if there's anywhere in particular I might find him.
Alright, so you heard he's in the Scar, and that he's
Yeah.
an elf, a full-blooded elf. And
I'm gonna roam
he's with
around.
his family. Okay, roll an investigation check.
Investigation. I don't think I have any extra on that. I only rolled an 8. Investigation is +0. So
Okay, so just asking around and just wandering about, you're not able to get any information from strangers.
how about if I go see Bill the cheese fella
Okay,
and ask him if he knows about birch bow?
Okay, go ahead. So you go over there and you find Bill pretty easily. You can smell his stinky cheese, and he greets you as usual.
I was gonna ask him if he knew about this birch bow fella.
He
Is
says,
he a customer?
Birch Bow?
He's a elf.
Elf. Birch Bow. I don't know him, but I think the kids said they saw some elves. Maybe we can ask them.
Okay, I'll go see if I can find the kids.
Alright. So you go find the kids, and they say, yeah, we saw a family of elves. They seem to be new. We haven't seen them before. They're in a tent a bit up to the northeast part of the Scar.
Okay.
You want us to show where they were?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the kids take you up there, and you see some elves. There's actually a couple groups of elves there. And so you approach, and what do you want to do?
Introduce myself since I'm a fellow elf,
Yeah. They say,
and
"Oh, hello. What's your name?"
my name is Ruckus.
Okay. So they introduce each other, and so you're asking they've seen Norrin Birchbow.
Yeah.
Okay, so they direct you over to a guy who's standing nearby another tent, and they say, "That's Norrin there."
Awesome.
Yeah, he's new here. Okay, so
And
you can go over talk to him.
I'll go over and introduce myself.
Okay. He says, "Hello. So you're from the Emerald Enclave?"
Yes,
I see.
I understand you're new to Neverwinter.
Yes, I mean to be honest, I'd like to be out of here as soon as possible, but I fear for my family's life. I
And
I brought them here with me. I didn't want them to get wrapped up with those invaders.
the invaders, he- and do you know who they were?
Well, they claim to be um followers of Sylvanus.
And who's that?
So you know that Sylvanus is an elf god.
Oh, okay, okay. Um, but you don't know who they're being sponsored by, or um helped or provisioned by.
So he says, "Well, I don't know if they didn't bring much with them when they arrived, and they seem to be somewhat capable of living within the wilds. They didn't need too much help providing for themselves. But once they went into the temple, they wouldn't leave, and they stopped letting us go into our temple, saying that we had desecrated the temple to Sylvanus by building our new temple to Myliki."
Oh, I see. Now, it they sealed it off.
They didn't seal it off, but they won't let anyone in.
Yeah, but you were there first, right?
Yeah, that's right. Um,
And
yeah.
do you know what's underneath in the old part of the temple?
Yeah, it's um about 4 months back. There, the priests of Agama from the House of Knowledge. They came to record information on the temple, and they explored the old temple to Sylvanus, and they uncovered an even older entrance to another temple that seemed to be below that one.
Okay. And the guys that are there now have blocked that older entrance.
Well, yeah, we can't get into any of the temples now.
Okay.
You have to
And,
go
and
through the our temple to Myliki to get to the one to Sylvanus, and then go through that one to get to the Aglarond temple.
and these are in levels.
Yeah, this there. It seems that maybe because of the volcanic activity that they got buried over time.
Okay.
But yeah, they're the top of one leads into the bottom of the next.
Okay. And the Eldaron elves, where
Aglarond.
do they Eladrin, where do they fit in?
Well, um, they're our ancestors. Uh, I've heard that they have temples. They had built temples around the world in different um, holy or magical places, places with connections to the Feywild.
Now, Zeraphim, he's a Ladrin elf, right?
Zeraphim? I've heard of him.
Yeah, yeah. He claims to be the last Ladrin elf.
Yeah, I've heard that before, but I've never met him.
Okay, so he's never been to Thorolei.
Torley? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's never been to Torley. We don't really get any visitors. We try to, you know, keep to ourselves. So we were pretty shocked when this group of uh, Sylvanas priests showed up.
And you don't have any idea who was sponsoring them?
Well, you said sponsoring. I don't know. The only groups that had been in town were the priests of Agma and the the Aglarond Trading Company had come before that.
Oh,
Oh no,
and
actually,
what?
sorry. They came after the priests of Agma. About a
Okay,
month after.
okay. I'm interested to know what the connection between the trading company and the priest.
I don't know if there's a connection there, but um the company came asking if we wanted to sell our land, and we said no, and they left.
And the priests were already had already come
Oh, that was the
before
priests of.
that.
That was
The
the
priest showed
priests
up
of
short.
Agma.
Say that again.
The priests of Agma who came to do the research. They had come about 4 months ago, and then a month after that, the ATC showed up.
And then the slide and priest showed up after the ATC.
Yeah, about a week after that, a group of humans and half elves came, muscled their way into the old temple.
Okay.
I mean,
Um,
to be honest, I was thinking, I was wondering if the priests of Agma wanted to get into that Eladrin temple.
um, well, thing is though that if the priests of Agma were there first, but they never got into the old temple, right?
Yeah, we asked them not to open the door because um, we just thought it was disrespectful to tamper with the temple of our Eladrin ancestors. They have different ways of thinking than we did. They didn't pray to the gods. They prayed to the Archfey,
Okay.
something that we don't know much about.
Okay. And so then when the ATC came, if you sold them the land, then would you lose control of the temple?
Yeah, they were asking us to basically to leave.
Okay, to pay you to leave.
Yeah, they wanted to
And
buy
then
the
when
whole
so
area
how
there and
come
ask us to get out of there. But they were
yeah,
polite. They asked us and we said no, and they left.
okay. But then when the sliding priests came, they just took over.
Yeah, they they threatened to get physical, and we were pacifists. We didn't want to fight, and they at first they were relatively friendly. They said they wanted to see the temple of their god, and of course we thought that sounded reasonable, so we let them go in. But then once they were in, they wouldn't leave.
Well, if they're there, um somebody must be provisioning them.
Well, you mean people they have enough members that some of them will go out and get food and things
Where are they getting the food from?
just from the forest. We also have a tree that grows elven fruit.
Okay,
That's
is that the forest queen?
no, but that's what we call our god Myliki.
Okay. And what's the tree
Hold
called?
on, we call it the Torlay tree,
Okay, Torlay tree. And
but
it
it
has
has
fruit.
a very um potent fruit. If you eat some of it, you'll be full for a long time. Yeah, so there's a giant fruit tree
Uh-huh.
that's like opposite of the temple in the village.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
worship the tree. It's decorated, and he describes it to you.
Okay.
And he says that if you eat a fruit from that tree, you'll be nourished for 2 days.
That's pretty awesome.
And he says that
So
they've been taking fruits from the tree and other
yeah.
things from outside.
Have the priests, the Sliden priests, is
It's Sylvanus is their god.
Seldan Sedanus?
Sylvanus.
Done.
Let me I think I've showed you this before, but I'll copy it again.
Okay. Have have those priests broken any laws?
So he says they just well, we're not under anyone's law, anyone's jurisdiction. There's no lord over our lands.
Okay.
That's part of why we wanted to live there. But yeah, they haven't really they've pushed people around and stuff, but they haven't killed anyone, and they haven't really they've kind of muscled their way and bullied us, but they haven't done anything that I can
But
say is a crime exactly.
you said they threatened you.
Yeah. Um, and the thing that disturbed me the most is that they've recruited a couple of the members, and once they brought them inside the temple, we haven't seen from them again.
Okay, so and those were members of your community?
Yeah, he says the missing villagers are Fina Talltree. She's a 20-year-old female. Dorlar Brushin, a male who's 22 years old. And you know that 20 and 22 is like very young for an elf. Like they're considered like little kids at that age. Um,
Okay.
Silro, Silrophaunus and Zilithfaunus, a married couple, old elves, age 670 and 620. So 4 people went missing. Young kids and elderly.
2 kids and 2 elderly.
Yeah. I'll paste
Um,
that in.
and you're concerned for their safety, right?
Well, they haven't come out.
How long have they been there?
Let me check. It's been a few weeks now, I guess. Yeah. Because Norin came to Neverwinter around the time that you guys arrived,
Okay.
and it had been about a week before that.
Now, who are the family of the young elves missing? Who's responsible for the young elves?
Everyone. Yeah. There's Hold on. So yeah, the boy and girl who are missing, they both have their father and mother in the town.
Okay. So if we went to see their father and mother, they may be willing to make a formal protest and request or demand to see their children.
Oh yeah, I mean we've done that. We've asked them to let us in and see them, and they said that um they're doing rituals and such to become followers of Sylvanus, and they wouldn't explain what that meant. They wouldn't let us in.
Okay. So basically, my idea, I'm traveling with some adventurers who have an interest in the town,
In
and we
what
were
way?
thinking, yes,
I
from
said,
Torlay.
in what way are they interested in the town?
Well, we wanted to see if the trading company had any ties with the people making trouble there,
Hmm.
and so we were thinking about going to Torlay, and if the priests are um, are making trouble, then my group, I think, would be willing to go represent the family of the missing villagers' kids and go confront.
That's what I was hoping when I went to the Emerald Enclave. I didn't have any money to reward them. We don't really use currency in our
Um,
town, so I
well,
didn't know where to turn.
if we have um, some backers here who were curious to know if the ATC was involved, and that would cover our expenses. Plus, it's the right thing to do, and we have a paladin in our group, so it'd probably be easy to convince these people that we need to go help out. We're do-gooders in general,
Well,
and
that sounds like just what we needed. I hope it's not too
okay,
late. Like I don't know what's been going on since we left, but
okay. I
my
think we
wife
could
and
probably
daughter and son are here with me.
we might be able to leave as early as tomorrow morning to go check it out.
Oh, if you could, that would be great.
I'll
Do
try to
you
convince.
think would you want me to come with you? I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should. I feel like I should probably stay with here with my family, but I'm anxious
Do
to
you
return.
do you have any skills that would be useful or information that we could use? Do you have any
If it comes to
fighting
fighting, I
ability?
wouldn't be of any use to you. But
Okay.
um, I mean, I know the way there, and I know the temples.
Yeah. The only problem is we're going to probably be traveling fast. Do you have a horse?
Oh no, we came on foot.
Okay. I think we're going to be traveling by horse and Axpeak to speed up the travel.
Well, that would be good.
Um,
I
yeah.
can show you the way there on a map.
If you could, I was going to say, if you could give us a list of the names you just mentioned for the people who are missing and the names of the parents and a general layout of the town,
Okay.
then we can go there and try to help.
All right. So he tells you the different families in the town. Um, there are 8 families living there, and basically
Hmm.
the way the town is laid out is it's just like a oval shape. The houses all face a center courtyard kind of thing.
And
At
that's where the
once,
tree
well, the
and the
tree is
temple.
actually on one side of the oval,
Okay,
and
and
facing it directly is the temple on the other
the
side
temple's
of the
on the
oval.
opposite side. Okay,
So it's quite
cool.
small. It's just 8 homes, a
Okay,
tree, and a
and it,
temple.
and who would be the head, the leader of the town? You have a town representative, somebody that we would
We
want
just
to.
when we make decisions, we just do it as a group, all the elders.
Okay,
So the head of each family.
so when we approach them, that anybody can represent the group.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I think my plan is to go see the parents of the young missing dwarves
Elves.
and elves rather, and um, with their request, then we can go confront the um, the priests, and we'll have some reason, some standing in the town to be representing them, and we can say we're there at your request.
Yes, I
If that's
mean the truth is we don't know how to fight, and we we think if someone is there who can keep these bullies at bay, hopefully you can get in without any bloodshed and find out what's
yeah,
going on.
okay,
Um, but you probably have to muscle your way in, kind of like how they've been doing.
that's what I was planning on. Can you give us a written request, um, giving us authority um, um,
I don't
to
know.
go
I
to
don't know
Torlay on?
what. I can write something for you, but I don't know
If
what
it's
good
you
it
don't
would
think
do.
it's necessary, you think it's verbally it'll be okay that we just say we're there at your request?
That's yes. We don't do a lot of record keeping and things.
Okay, then that's fine. Um, all right, then I think that we have a bit of business here tonight that should prevent us from going there to do what we can do to help out.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. So he shakes your hand and um he gives you a hug, which is kind of a from your wood elf parents that um they're a bit more friendly than some other groups of people. So you can see these are kind of just regular kind of communal group of elves living in the forest, and he seems very relieved that you're willing to help. Um,
Okay.
and he says, by just curious, but are you what kind of elf are you?
Well, I was raised as a wood elf, um, but obviously I have the physical aspects of at least some moon elf in me.
I see.
I don't
Yeah,
I
you
don't
look different
have
than most of us.
yeah, but I don't know that much about my origins. I was orphaned and brought up by wood elves, so I identify as a wood elf.
I see. I'm glad to have one of our elf brothers here to help us out.
I'm glad to help out,
Okay.
and my party are good. We have a dwarf and a human, but they are honorable, and I'm pretty sure we'll be more than happy to join in with this in this enterprise.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I guess we'll just stay here and wait for your return.
Okay, good day.
Okay. Thank you. Goodbye. Okay. So Rokus is done in the scar. Uh, we can switch back to Harbeck. You there,
Okay.
Harbeck?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So going over to Arcane Alley.
Okay, on the way there, I want to stop by Demetrius's house and see if he's back home yet.
Okay. So it's still what, late afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go and um the house seems the same as before. You knock on the door, you don't get an answer.
Okay, I'm gonna tell Harold then, something's fishy here because it looks like he hasn't been around for quite a while,
Why do you
and
say
it's
that?
getting,
Why do you
because
say
the
that?
last time we were there, you said it looks like unkept and lawn's not mowed and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, yeah, but you do notice, let's have you do an investigation check of the outside.
Investigation. 12 plus 1, 13.
Okay, so you do notice that the stairs and the doorknob, like, it looks like it has been used, like someone's been coming in and out. Um, it's not dusty or, rusty or anything. So you do notice
Okay,
that the plants around seem to be um in bad shape. They're kind of like dying and kind of
right,
gnarled and twisted.
yeah.
And the front steps and door, it seems like people have been coming in and out.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Harold then. Now, this is getting sort of late anyway,
Okay.
so I'm gonna release you at this point, but I'm gonna ask you to, for tomorrow morning or any other time, um, try to investigate and find out if anyone has seen Demetrius. Try to get a hold of him and say that we need to talk to him.
Okay.
And you can meet us back at the Bard's Tale at noon. We got some stuff we're going to be doing maybe late that night. So we'll meet you back at the Bard's Tale at noon. So you can spend the morning trying to run down Demetrius.
Says okay. If I find something, I can try to find you earlier than that if you want.
If you can, that'd be great.
Okay, if I can't find you or I don't have anything, I'll just wait till tomorrow afternoon.
Okay. Okay, meet you at noon at the Bard's Tale. If
Yeah.
you
If
can't,
I find
if
something,
you,
I'll try to track you down.
I would appreciate that. Okay. Um, and then I will okay, that's close enough. I'll just walk instead of taking a coach to
Okay.
the
So
18.
as you
That's
go, you
they're close
see
by.
Harold just heads to the general store to go
Right.
ask there. He says,
Uh,
"If I find something right away, I'll come find you at the Arcane Alley."
I would appreciate that.
All right. So
Okay.
you go over to Arcane Alley and you meet
Right.
Yogala, the wizard there, and
Right.
he shows you his catalog of things, which I posted earlier in Discord.
Right. And I'm interested in the boots.
Okay, he gives you the price of 500 gold.
Okay. I would like to try to make a trade if I could.
He says,
I have this
maybe.
I have this really nice, wonderful wooden pipe with platinum filigree around it.
Okay. Let me check.
I'd like to trade that for the boots.
All right.
And I do a
He takes a look
persuasion.
at
These
it.
are
Let me see how much it's worth and everything. We should have you do a check to see how much you think it's worth too. I think
okay. What do I roll?
do an investigation.
Investigation.
Yeah.
8 plus 1, 9.
Do you? I actually have that crossed off on my list. Are you sure you still have that?
That's what I've got on my list.
I have it crossed off like you sold it.
Okay.
I think you might have sold it to the um Clear Sky Jewelers. You showed them a couple things.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then it's the Jade Frog I didn't sell him.
Okay. That I do not have
One
crossed.
of those should be open.
Yeah, Jade Frog is still. You still have that.
Okay.
All
Sorry
right. He
about
takes
that.
a look at it. You roll your
I think I
investigation.
put the investigation for the frog.
Yeah. What's that?
Okay. Do I use the same one or do you want me to do another one?
Yeah, the same one you just rolled is fine.
It was 8 plus 1, 9.
Okay, so that's not a great roll. You think it's anywhere between um you think it's worth maybe 20 or 30.
Oh. What about the 4 silver goblets set with moonstones?
Um okay, yeah, I have those still. Roll an investigation for those.
Let's see, gotta go back here. Flipping back and forth.
Just
20 plus 1, 21.
okay, so you're sure they're worth 60 gold each.
Okay, 60 gold each. Okay, and the boots, how much are the boots again?
500.
500.
They're 500.
Okay, I'm gonna try in my persuasion to say that 4 silver goblets set with really nice, wonderful moonstones and this really nice jade frog for real golden eyes are worth trading that for the boots.
Okay, roll a persuasion.
Okay, wait a minute. Gotta keep switching back and forth because I'm not on my usual thing here. Okay, persuasion. Shit. 8 plus 6, 14. Looking for better.
Okay, he says, well, I normally don't deal with items such as these, but they're nice. I'd be willing to buy them from you in trade. But let's see how much he thinks they're worth. And what was your persuasion?
14.
All right. He says, in addition to those items, I would need another 100 gold.
How about another 50 gold?
Okay, one more persuasion.
Shit. 1 plus 6, 7.
Okay, he got a 12, so he says, no, I think that's way too
Okay.
low.
All right. So the goblets, the frog, and
100 gold.
100.
Yeah, so get rid of all those items and 100 gold, and he'll give you the boots.
Okay.
That was good negotiating.
I'll cross them off now. Okay. So take out 100 from your bank account.
Right.
That's one of the better deals we've gotten.
Which one? This one you just did?
To get the boots for 100 gold plus the stuff we'd picked up.
Yeah. All right, cool. So you got the boots now.
Okay, you gonna put that on my little chart thing?
Sure. Who do you want to give them to in the end? Because you're gonna just
give them
meet
to
up
me.
soon
I'm
anyway.
the one that can't sneak, so give them to me.
Oh, okay. Cool. Just remember, you're wearing boots to make you faster, so
Yes,
you have to
change.
switch
I'll have
them
to
back and
change
forth.
back and forth as needed.
Yeah.
And I might borrow them from time to time if I need them too.
Yeah. And you know that they can change shape to fit you guys.
Okay, now for those boots, if I'm wearing armor, do I still have disadvantage?
Let me check
If I'm
what it
wearing the
does.
boots.
I can't remember exactly
Were
what
you
they
thinking
do.
of buying the efficient quiver as well?
Working on the boots right now.
Yeah, hold on. While you wear these boots, your steps make no sound regardless of the surface you're moving across. You also have advantage on stealth checks. So when you're wearing it with your armor, it cancels out.
Okay,
So
so
you don't have advantage, but
that's
you
what I was thinking.
don't
Yeah,
have disadvantage.
I don't have disadvantage, but I do not have advantage. Correct?
Right.
Okay,
Right.
that makes sense.
If
That's
Rokus
okay.
wore them, he'd have advantage.
Right.
Alright, and I'll
Okay,
add
and
them to your sheet. They're there now. You have to refresh to get them. To see
okay,
them.
wait a minute. I'll go do that. Okay, and then the next one is the quiver
Okay.
that we were interested in.
Okay. Sorry, hold on. The quiver. Okay, 600 gold for efficient quiver.
Okay.
Which let
And
you put in a bunch of like spears and javelins and arrows
right.
and all kinds of
Okay. And I would like to trade. I have 9 are small but extremely high quality gems. I think would be
stuff.
fine for trading.
Alright, let's see what if he can tell they're not that amazing. Okay, he's sure that these are not worth much. You know
They're
that
not.
they're worth 10 gold altogether. The original 9 that you had. I think you gave one to Rokus, so you only have 8.
I gave a malachite gem to Rokus.
That was one of those small gemstones, though, right?
No, I have 5. I have 9 small gems that were never. No one
Oh, I
ever said
see
what their
malachite gems up
value
there.
was.
All right,
And
you
I had
have different malachite. This one of these small gemstones, 3 are malachite, 3 are obsidian, and 3 are quartz.
okay.
So you actually have four malachite gems on you and 1 on Rokus. Okay, I got it. All right, so
Yeah.
which ones were you showing him? The small
Okay.
gemstones?
Yeah, I have 9. Okay, at the last
Yeah,
when we got to town,
so those
I had
gemstones
9.
are
I had 9 small gems and 5 malachite gems is what I had
yeah
when we got to town,
yeah
and I've given one, or
yeah I
Rokus
got that.
has magically gotten one of the malachite gems. So I have 9 small gems. Do you now
Okay.
say
The small gems are only worth 10 gold for all 9 of them.
all 9 of them?
Yeah,
What kind of a gem is
they're very
that?
small. There's 3 malachite, 3 obsidian, and 3 quartz. They're not they're quite small and not particularly
Yeah, obsidian and quartz aren't precious.
Malachite's not quartz, but
no, malachite, obsidian, and quartz are 3 different.
okay,
There's 3 malachite, 3 obsidian, and 3 quartz stones.
okay. But the malachite gems I had, the other malachite
Yeah,
gems I had were
the
worth.
other malachite are 15 gold each.
Yeah.
These are smaller.
These are smaller ones.
Uh,
But
okay.
he says I don't really deal with just gemstones like this. That they won't be of any use to me.
Okay. Running out of stuff to barter with. Okay, I guess I'll just have to give you the money for the quiver. The quiver's 500, is that right?
600.
You said 5.
No, I said 6. It's in the Discord.
You sure you said 6?
I'm very sure.
I put you under. Do you mind being put under a cone of truth?
Sure.
I heard him too, Harv. He said
Okay.
600.
All right.
Ruckus isn't there.
No, but he doesn't need to do it.
Okay. I'll give you 6 for him.
if
He
if
lets
you're
him
if
know
you're
what's
not
up.
sure if I'm messing with you or not, you can ask me out of game. But really, it was 600.
Okay.
That's why I kind of out of game said
Yeah, that's fine.
to move on.
So
Okay.
do you want to refresh on what that is, by the way, so you can judge if you want to buy it?
Sure. How do I refresh?
No, I just meant I'll tell you
Oh,
again.
right.
Oops.
Okay.
How do I refresh my brain?
Can you cut and paste it?
Sure.
Roll a 20 to see if he drools.
There's the description in the text. Each of the quiver's 3 compartments connects to an extra-dimensional space that allows the quiver to hold numerous items while never weighing more than 2 pounds. The shortest compartment can hold up to 60 arrows, bolts, or similar objects. Mid-size holds up to 18 javelins or similar. Longest does bows and quarterstaffs and spears. And you can
Let me
draw
hold
them
off.
out quickly.
Okay, I'm gonna hold off on that. My friends will be showing up at the tavern, and you're right next to the tavern, so I can run over and snag them if they think they want it.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll confarb with them before we do it.
Yep. That is fine.
Okay. So
Okay, so
with
everyone's
that, then
I think we've done all 3 of your tasks, right?
yes.
Okay. As you head out of the arcane alley, you see Harold coming over.
Hello, Harold.
Says, yeah, so I just went to talk to Kevin, and he says that, his boss, he's there, he was there last night running the shop, and, he usually comes in. He said that, he's taking the night off tonight. So usually, he'll be resting during the day. So he thinks that's why he's not answering the door.
But you actually saw him yourself.
He says, Harold
Kevin
says that Kevin saw him
Okay.
the night before when they switched, they switched shifts.
Okay. Let me hop over to the talk to Kevin myself then.
Okay. So you go back over to Dumitri's general store.
Yeah.
With Harold.
Okay, and
you see Kevin there.
Okay, and I say, I'm going to ask Kevin then. Now, your boss is taking the night off tonight, right?
Yeah, he said he's not gonna open the shop tonight.
Okay, has he done that about once a week? The last few weeks?
Yeah.
So, if I give you some actual dates, can you confirm not the shop was closed?
I don't have a record of all them, but I could try.
Okay. And so now I need to. I'm not on my regular computer, so if you could, if you could go back to the dates of those when those murders occurred, and see if they coincide with when the shop was closed.
Okay, I'll roll a die to see how well he remembers. All right, not very good on his memory. He says it's possible that it's about the right time, but I'm not sure. And he says he takes off a couple nights every once in a while, so they're not like it's not a certain day or something like that. He says.
Right.
Because it was the
And he says sometimes
some
it'll be 2 days in a row, or a day and then
Yeah.
one day and then come back. And
Yep. Yep.
but he says he does close
Oh,
up at night
okay.
often.
Now, what about day 32? That's just a few days. Do you know if he was he closed shop on day 32?
Is that the? Hold on, let me see.
That's the last time someone was murdered.
well,
Okay, I'll do another roll for this with advantage.
taken off. He would have taken off the night of the 31st because the body was found on the 32nd.
He says he's he says I don't know why, but I can't really remember.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't always tell me. Like, we don't always hand off the shifts. So
Uh-huh.
maybe that day I might have just gone home without seeing him. So I don't
I
really
gotcha.
remember.
Okay. Okay. Well, with that, then I think I'll trot over to the Bard's Tale then.
Okay, cool. So you guys all meet up at the Bard's Tale. And you guys want to get a table to chat or go up to the room or what?
We should go up to the room.
Yeah, I agree.
Is Harold Is Harold
Oh,
invited?
no, not this time.
Okay. So
He
Harold
needs
goes
a
back
day
on
off.
his way.
Well, he needs some time off. He can't be with us every second.
Okay, so he goes off. And you guys go up to your room.
Okay. So I tell them, I've got boots. I ask them what do they think about the quiver. It's kind of expensive. And I'm thinking maybe we should hold off because might want some other stuff, but I'm willing to listen to what they have to say. And I would like at some point in time, I don't know if we have time to do it right now or not, but I think it would be a good idea for Rokas to sneak into Demetrius's house and see what he can find there.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about the quiver first. So, what do you guys think about the quiver?
It's not essential. It'd be a really nice thing to have. And I could hold a lot of javelins, so you could, as we come by them, we could have some place to store them. And if they're, things like staffs and stuff that we want to carry, it can be done without adding to our weight. But it's not essential.
I know what's good about it. The question is, are we going to find something else that's even better?
There was a backpack that was better.
Yeah. I think it was more expensive too, if I remember correctly.
There were two. There was a backpack of holding, and there was a bag of holding.
I think they're both pretty expensive. I'll go look while you guys are talking.
I think the bag of holding was similar and probably more useful.
Okay.
One of those was pretty damn expensive. The other one was pretty reasonable.
Handy haversack is 2,500 and bag of holding is 5,000.
Was 5,000? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're way more expensive. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
okay.
the quiver's cheaper, but it's very specific what it can hold.
Yeah. Could you put a sword in it?
No, I don't think so, because it sounded like it has to be very narrow, whatever it is.
Okay. But staffs and lots of javelins, so you could
straight sticks, basically.
How many?
Oh, I don't remember, but it was a bunch.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
it's
so
like...
you guys seem like you're ready to hold off on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's what was Harvey's other idea? What was that?
that at some point in time, I don't know if we have time to do it right now,
But me to sneak into
but I think
Dimitri's.
sneaking into Demetrius's house and seeing what you can find there. I'll bang on the door to make sure there's no one there, and then if nobody answers, I will leave, and then you can see what's in there.
Okay.
So because of Harbeck's morality, um, just out of game, I would like to know what you're thinking Harbeck's looking for there, because he wouldn't normally want to send people to break and enter, right?
Right, but I'm thinking that there's he
Are you
should be
think
there. He's missing. He might, I don't know. He might be in trouble because there's been somebody missing there, and I'm worried that Demetrius might be one of the people that has. I still think there's someone that's disguised for someone else. And the fact that the plants look like they haven't been watered or anything like that, I'm thinking Demetrius may have been the one. That may have been his body, and the
you may,
person that um, took over, and that uh, is now posing as Demetrius.
Okay. Okay,
It's
so
what I think is a
basically
possibility
Harbeck has
because
some
they've been going
suspicion.
back and forth in and out, but they're not bothering to take care of the trees or the plants or anything like that.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to
That might be
double.
someone that's not Demetrius.
Yeah, I wanted to double check the moral aspect. So he has ideas that there's a crime going on. So
Yeah,
he's using his authority to investigate a crime,
right.
basically.
And I don't know, and now, that's one possibility. Another possibility is Demetrius is in cahoots with those people, but um, I'm suspicious at this point. He has something to do with the what's
okay, so
going
you
on one
think
way or the other.
so you suspect that Dimitri was the first victim, or
Possibly.
else or
I think
else
it's
he
I think it's
or he's an
possible that
accomplice.
he is. I'm not
But you're
100% sure, but I think the possibility is there.
I think so too. Or the second option is that he's the person who's either done the killing or assisted with the killing.
Yeah, and don't forget the chains were missing from his store.
And there are chains hanging on hooks in the store.
Yeah, but there's one set of chains that's missing.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying it was also revealed that there's chains hanging from hooks in the store.
Right, right.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So
yeah,
Cool.
so those are
I don't know for sure, but I'm suspicious.
Any
yeah.
comments from Rokus about that?
Yeah, I think if you lend me your sneaky boots, I'll go see if I can't stealth in and check the place out and see if there's anything that indicates irregularities.
Okay. Now, do we have time between now and we want to go to the bar and have you do your thing? Do we have time to do that first, or before we do
Yeah.
the
So
thing
like
over at the?
next session we can start it where you're going to check out Dimitru, or you wanna go
Sure,
to
we
the big
can
tap.
we can do Dimitri, and I'm gonna try to talk them. I'm gonna tell them all about Birchbow and the deal with us going to help see if we can find out what happened to the elf kids, and that if they're up for it, we'll try the um, to see. I'll play my drunk role tonight, and then if we can, tomorrow we can ride the Axebeak and um, um, Icy can turn into a horse and take Harbeck to the we should be able to travel. If it's a 3 day by foot, we should in one day be able to get to that other place if we're riding animals.
Okay. But we have to decide on our priority. So we want to
Yeah.
go to Dee's house and see if we can get information. Then we want to go to the big tap
Yep.
and use you as a
If
decoy.
we have if we have time, that's what I'd like to do.
And
Yeah.
then however
It-
that pans out will determine if we go to the temple.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Just doing some clarification here.
All right.
Sounds
do we
like
have
a
ti-
plan.
Okay, sounds good to me.
All right,
Okay.
cool. I think that was a interesting session. And what did you guys think? Any last thoughts before we hang up?
Yeah, I was impressed with Harbeck's connecting the possibility of Dmitri being indirectly or directly involved in what was going on. That was good, and that was picking up the boots for 100 gold, and the other stuff was one of the better trades we've had.
Yeah. And I
Cool.
think my cheat notes about what we wanted to buy and where we wanted to go helped with the flow today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I had it took me like an hour to figure out how to make those smoke bomb grenades.
Yeah.
I was like cross-referencing like the alchemist fire with the writing about what smoke powder does in another book, and trying to figure out how much damage it would do and all that stuff. So
Right.
that took me like an hour just to do that. So
It's a good thing it was predetermined.
yeah, and then I had to figure out prices and things. So
Yeah. Yeah. You did
knowing
a
that
good
you
job.
guys were planning to do that, I was able to have it ready for you.
Okay.
Excellent. I think everybody was good today.
Anyway, cool. I'll talk to you guys next time. I'm gonna hang up.
Okay.
Okay.
Signing off.
Thanks, Ian. That was real good.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
was. Okay.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.